TIFU by not turning off a hose. Today, I, 36M, have been betrayed. This afternoon started innocently enough. I was letting my tiny humans frolic about in back the yard. Girls, of the tender and innocent ages of 7 and 3. They were doing what children do at those ages. The eldest was catching bugs and spiders, worms and roly-polies. The youngest had figured out the hose, how to turn on the spigot and how to use the spray nozzle. She was using this information to make frequent, though enthusiastic, trips from it to various plants, watering them with a play-size measuring cup, or they were both working to create questionable culinary delights within play pots and pans, the ingredients of which seemed mostly dirt, leaves and sticks. I was occupied with assembling a new bike for the 7-year-old, a task that, despite her beliefs to the contrary, she was not intermittently helping with. Quite the opposite, in fact. Eventually the bike was assembled, and attempts to ride it were added into mix of the child's antics. A discovery of chalk had briefly derailed the little one's focus on cooking and gardening. As the evening progressed, and daylight started its slow dim, I began cleaning up the toys of the children, a task I was mostly able to complete as the children had both gone to the far side of the yard, and were engrossed in the discovery of a second hose, this one without a nozzle. Attempts by the older one to stop the water were foiled by her younger sister's newfound knowledge of hose operations. Though I suspect her attempts in this regard were half-hearted at best. But I let them have their fun until I had finished tidying up the yard. Toys cleaned and secured in the detached garage. The captured bugs were freed, and their home pavement stones restored to their rightful places. The first hose coiled up and stored. Now it was time to wrangle the children. It was late, and they needed scrubbing. This is by no means an easy task. The children who have their mother's stubbornness, and my casual disregard for order. In short, my children are dicks. I love them, but objectively, they are dicks. I managed to secure the secondary hose. I got it coiled, and had even managed to herd the children toward the door. The 7-year-old, in a show of mercy, decided to listen and actually went inside, after only the 4th time asking. This left only my youngest, who I managed to get within 2 feet of the door before she broke off into a run. She circled behind me, and my pursuit was hindered by her clever use of some potted plants as a barrier. And then it happened. Without hesitation, she picked up the hose. There was only about 3 feet of it unwound. I found myself looking down the end of the nozzle. I realized my tactical error. I had neglected the spigot. The water was still on. She looked me dead in the eyes. A devious smile. I tried to hide my fear. "Don't you do." She let me have it. Full blast, her delighted laughter flowing like the water. And she held it. No remorse. The only saving grace was my proximity to the spigot. I was able to turn off the water, managing to survive with only a half drenching instead of a full one. TLDR. I forgot to turn off the hose. And my 3-year-old, thinking quickly, made me realize consequences of that. Edit. TLD or Veer 2.0. I forgot to turn off the hose before corralling my children into the house. Tiny human betrayed me by using said hose to soak me, without remorse. Dad, you will never win. The wee one gets ideas from uncles and aunts. I love when kids know they have their parent dead to rights and take full advantage. They're savages and you just have to be proud of them. She's got a future, that one. I love how well this was written. Nicely played, 3-year-old. What a great, funny and wholesome read. Well done, Op. Nicely written, thumbs up. F. I just wanted you to know that my children are dicks too. Good luck. Ah, those are the days memories are made of. This was such an enjoyable read. If you ever write a book, let me know, I want to read it. Man, if I could write like you, my English grades would be through the roof. Haha, my kids would totally do that too. Clever girl. The TLDR isn't a TLDR if you can't figure out what happened from it. You wrote a teaser instead of a summary. What a delightful TIFU. Thanks for that smile and chuckle.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.